Hello, Capital Region, and happy Friday. This is Dayton Maxwell with the Capital Area Agriculture and Horticulture Program coming at you again this week from my basement. I've been getting out on some farms this week and just wanted to tell you a little bit about one of the farm visits I had. I got a chance to get in the southern area of our territory. I was very pleased about that. So many thanks to those farmers that I talked to this week on their farms in person. So thank you. One of the farms I met with is a crop grower, beef producer, and told me about his many years of success, which was very evident as I was looking around the farm. Had some new equipment, new buildings. I could tell that profits were getting reinvested. Told me about his savings and how he didn't have a lot of debt, and if he wanted things, he just paid cash and things like that. He said he was able to manage income tax liability through various means in relationship to his personal assets. Anyhow, so at the end of the conversation, the farmer said to me, I asked the standard question that I always ask, is there anything that I can do to help you? Or how can I serve you now through this visit? I asked that, try to ask that at every visit. And he said, well, Mr. Maxwell, after all that I've told you, how is it possible that you can offer me anything to help? And he's thinking of his success with earnings, his strong financial position. And I said, well, wait a minute, aren't you a sole proprietor? And he said, well, yeah. And I said, well, what happens to the business if you can't do it anymore? He said, well, the business goes away. And I said, well, do you want the business to continue? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, you know, a great way to think about bringing somebody into the business is to form an LLC, limited liability company. And in most instances, beginning LLCs own the operating assets, the assets that generate income. In this case, that would be the machinery equipment and the livestock, and those things generate the income. And rather than under the formation of LLC, the company owns the assets, the individuals don't. Individuals own membership shares, so it's really easy to bring somebody in, and if somebody wants to leave, they can. And even if somebody dies, the business may continue. And oh, by the way, you can manage your income tax liability pretty darn good with an LLC as well. So, message this week, if you read my column, is business continuation. If you're a partnership or an LLC, if you're a partnership or a sole proprietorship, you may consider forming a limited liability company, possibly a corporation, or an S corporation, C corp or S corp. I highly doubt it. I suspect that you'll be coming back to look at a limited liability company as your best venue to transition the business, protect personal assets, and overall secure an income stream. And I don't know if you looked here over to my left, that's your right, my left. There's a self-portrait of me, the big nose, big smile, and bald head. That's me, right? Okay. See you next week. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. It's my pleasure to serve you.